Hello, everyone, and welcome to our fourth day of the Activate Your Radiant Light series. I'm Aurora Light, and this is streaming live to the Radiant Evolution Collective right now. You might be watching on a replay or on YouTube, wherever you are coming and whenever. Welcome. I am so excited to be here with my friend and client that I have been working with for the past 4 or so months, Carolyn Yakopich, who is a divine embodiment guide. And her energy is so powerful. Every time I have the beautiful opportunity to meet with her in soul space and do meditations and activations, I am activated. I am transported. It's so powerful. So I'm so glad you're here with us, Carolyn.
I am too. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you are so welcome. So we have been working a lot over the last 4 months together, but also, the whole collective over the last little while about activating the voice. Why do you think that's so important right now?
Honestly, even in this year, so I also work with numerology and it's the year of the 5, which is the throat chakra. So this year it's even highlighted and amplified. So it's interesting that that was the first question that you led with. But I also feel, with where we're going in the world, it's so important that we stand and shine our light and lead by example so that other people see that there's another way. So being able to voice who we are from that authentic space within ourselves. So other people see it's okay to be who they are and to remember that divinity within them as well.
Exactly. It's so powerful. And I feel like we could speak into that. You use many modalities in your work with clients, and I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about that, but just about how they pretty much all have been pointing us towards this time where the light bringers, the light bearers, the way showers, the light workers, whatever you want to call yourself, the star seeds, the mystics, like whoever you are that is watching this right now, we're being asked to step it up a notch. So tell me a little bit about some of the ways that has been showing up in your life, and also just kind of techniques and modalities you're using now to support people in doing that work.
Yeah. So for me, it's a lot about awakening my energy within myself. And the energy within every human being in the lineage that I practice and teach is Kundalini. And it is that divine creative potential. So it's also known as the divine feminine energy within us because women have this power to create. Within men and women, there is the divine masculine and the divine feminine, but connecting to that energy within us starts to awaken us to our full creative potential. So when I work with clients or in my groups, it's a lot about activating this Kundalini energy, which also has this power to start to bring more awareness to where we have blocks in our chakras, in our habits, in our lives. All these things start coming up, like almost like peeling away of the onion, right, to get to that center core of our true being. So it's like allowing all the things to start to fall away that are not of truth, so that we can see the truth and be the truth and step into that power within us. And I feel like so many people now are finally stepping into that place within themselves that they're feeling called to share what their gift is. So a lot of people I'm working with too, it's like they start to tap in on that deeper level of what it is that they want to share and what that vehicle is for them. So it's a lot about coming into our own awareness and power of that within ourselves right now, so that we can keep spreading the love, spreading the light, so other people say, hey, I want to do that too, and share my gifts.
Yes, so important right now. And one of the reasons I love working with you as a coach is that we are doing the same work in the world. So holding space for you allows what I do to ripple out as a soul embodiment guide. You call yourself a divine embodiment guide. We're using slightly different techniques, slightly different modalities for that exact same removing, letting fall away, or alchemizing the blocks that are within us, those old programs, so people can align with and connect to their highest self beyond all distortion in space and time, and then embody their true nature, creative, expressive light in so many beautiful ways. So it's just so much fun. And I know you've gone through an epic evolution over the last few months. So what has starting to work more with your voice or integrate more of that light language, for example, into your personal and professional practices done over the last while?
It's been a big shifter and changer for me. I've actually always struggled with throat chakra. Like it has always, and I think a lot of us have. It's like speaking your truth. Oh no, there's a past life where I just got killed. Is it okay for me to speak my truth? Like things come up around it, right? But I find that the moment that I started working with you, it was an actual easy transition for me to start moving into that space, because within Kundalini, I'm always chanting mantra. So I'm used to using my voice now in that way. And then it was like expanding myself into this multidimensional aspect, right? And really connecting to other parts of myself by coming into the light language. And I had had an experience of it years ago in Glastonbury, England. And it was a very brief experience with someone from Singapore who was there holding a space for a group. And I jumped in as like a guest, and everyone went around and did light language. And I literally might have talked for 30 seconds. And I remember going, whoa, what was that? That felt so good. Like I was like vibrating, and I'm like, I want more of that. But then it didn't show up until I met you. So I mean, that this is going over 10 years ago already, right? So it's just interesting how there is such a big span of time between when I had done it and then when, like, for the first time, and known that that was going to be an integral part of something that I would share. And then meeting you and really expanding myself into that and getting comfortable in a different way within myself, to really know that I'm connecting on that soul level when I speak. It's not of the mind, it's just feeling into that beingness and allowing that to flow through. And so I've been starting to use that with my clients one-on-one and in the groups as well. And it just feels really empowering to be able to communicate in that way.
Mm.
Thank you for that.
My pleasure. Again, we do the same work in the world. So I empower you, you empower others, and then it just gets to ripple out. So it's incredibly co-creative, which is what the New Earth energy is all about. And I love that description of how you're being activated and how multidimensional it is, because I was going to ask you, for anyone who's hopping on now, who's like, what is this light language people are talking about? Could you share with us what your definition of it would be?
Hmm. For me, it's a feeling space. So again, it's like if I were to feel into it, it is a lot about activating, unblocking, moving energy within my body, but also channeling, like connecting to those higher aspects of myself that cannot be communicated in the English language. And when I work with others, it's like I can tap into their energy field and communicate to them. And specifically, I really love working with the chakras. So that's something that I tend to feel into. And it's like feeling the energy in that space and connecting on that level. But yeah, I feel that it is such a powerful modality to just clear, and uplift and activate the energy in such a different way. And it's like something that it's to be experienced, right? Yeah.
Yes, I think that's the nail right on the head there. It clears, it activates, and we get to do the embodied experiencing of it. So it's very multidimensional in that way, and you can direct it in so many different forms. So I know that you're going to be sharing a activation for everyone that's watching, and I'm really excited about that. And you were speaking into how you were going to integrate light language into a meditation. Do you want to take us through what people will be experiencing in just a few moments?
Mm-hmm. So first, we will connect to our bodies, and then our bodies as connected as part of Mother Earth. So really connecting into the earth energy, grounding there, and then activating that with a light language, and then moving up into the cosmos and connecting to the universal energy and consciousness that is also within, and then dropping that down into the heart space, which is the bridge between the earth and the heavens, and then coming into that stillness and experiencing the light language at that heart center. So connecting to a few different energies through light language and through guided meditation.
Excited. Anyone that's worked with me before or caught the Soul Embodiment Summit knows that running those earth and cosmic energies through the heart is one of my favorite practices. But truth be told, I have never added light language into it. So I cannot wait to experience this. I'll do it maybe afterwards. So I'm going to pin you so everyone can see you full screen, and I'll ask you to guide us through that. And this way also I can be fully present in it too. So is there anything else you wanted to share before we dive in?
I'm ready.
Me too. Thank you so much.
So I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. And if you're sitting in a chair, your feet are uncrossed flat on the floor. If you're sitting on the ground, your legs can be crossed or in any comfortable position. I invite you now to close your eyes and take an inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel your energy in your body. And inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel the base of your spine connected to your seat. Inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel your legs connected to Mother Earth. Now begin to breathe in and out through your nose. And bring your awareness down to the base of your spine. And slightly in front of the base of the spine is the soft spot between the anus and the genitals, which is called the perineum. This is the location of the root chakra, your energy center that connects you to the feeling of being safe, secure, grounded. Now, as you tune into the subtle energy at your perineum, see this energy begin to expand into roots of your energetic system. And see these roots of yours move from your perineum all the way down towards the earth. Gently penetrate the crust of the earth with your roots and start to move all the way down through all the layers of the earth until you come down to the very center core of the earth. And here you see a beautiful quartz crystal. Gently wrap your roots around this crystal to anchor yourself in. Inhale and exhale. Now I will activate this anchored essence with light language. Allow yourself to receive. Dorian dosiarian deriotan shundyakaria honde honde oye oye arianto sanya harya 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 haye. Oh, I, yay, ay. Gently inhale and exhale. Anchor and root through your tailbone. Gently engage your lower abdomen. Lengthen your lower back. Lift your chest. Relax your shoulders. Draw your chin slightly back towards your throat to lengthen the back of your neck. Direct your eye gaze up and in between the brows at the third eye point. Energetically elevate through the crown of your head. Now bring your awareness to your crown. Feel the subtle energy at this center. This is the energy that connects you to your divinity, to your infinite potential as a spiritual being in human form. Now see this energy begin to grow and expand into a beautiful white light. And send this light from your crown all the way up into the universe to create a pillar of light between you and the cosmos. See your pillar glowing and radiant. Now allow yourself to feel the cosmic energy through these sound codes. Hey, hey, anda sore, hey, hey, harya nya sunde, hey, 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 oi, harya nya anda sete, unaria, hey, undi sande karya. Hariya, hey, hey. Gently inhale and exhale. Now bring your awareness to the very top of your pillar in the ethers. And with your next inhale, draw in the universal energy through your pillar into your crown and into your heart. Suspend your breath here. Feel the deep wisdom and inner knowing of universal consciousness here at your heart. As you exhale, send this energy down through your body, through your perineum, through your root system, and into the earth, down to the center core. And bring your awareness back to the top of your pillar now. And with your next inhale, draw in the cosmic light energy through your pillar, through your crown, your third eye, your throat, and your heart. Hold your breath here. And see this divine spark of light begin to expand and permeate every cell of your being until you see yourself as complete light. And as you exhale, send this energy down through your navel, your sex organs, your perineum, through your root system, and into the earth, right down to the center core with the quartz crystal. Now hold your awareness here at your roots, at this quartz crystal in the center core of the earth. And simultaneously draw your attention to the very top of your pillar in the universal consciousness. And as you inhale, draw in the energy from above and below, the grounding earth energy and the cosmic light energy, and allow it to meet at your heart center. Suspend your breath. Feel the pulse of the universal heartbeat within. And as you exhale, send this light energy through your body into your surrounding space and into the world. Inhale and exhale. Bring your palms together to touch in prayer mudra. Your thumbs will press gently into your chest bone at the heart center. Feel the stillness beneath your hands. Feel the wisdom of your heart center. And allow yourself to receive the sound codes to activate this unconditional love, divine wisdom, and inner guidance. Enda Sunday, unde, Shunya Tande, Sundya Kandya Harya, Darya Sunday, Shunde Tande, Hande Horya, Derya Sunday, Shunde Ha, Harya Hande Hotya, Herya Sunday Ho, Shara Hara Harando Deya Sunday. Dose, dose, ah, oh, ah, ah, ah. Inhale and exhale. Release your palms into your lap and allow yourself to bring one quality that you cultivated through this meditation into the present moment with you as you gently open your eyes.
That was so beautiful. Thank you so much. As you asked for that quality, immediately to me, what came through was radiance, and my whole body shivered, which was perfect because it was only afterwards I was like, oh yeah, we're activating our radiant light. Perfection as always, divine synchronicities. And as a reflection, well, first I'll say, please, if you are watching live or on the replay, let us know in the comments, how are you feeling? What were you activating? What was that like for you? But I have to acknowledge the degree to which you have unlocked that throat over the last few months is just so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Feels different as well as sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
So much more clear, and I can feel how you are now truly drawing from your multidimensionality as well as source in your higher self and expressing that through the sound waves. So way to go.
Thank you. I know it feels so different and I love it. I love how it's evolving. You know, as I evolve, that evolves and it's like helping me to evolve all at the same time.
So multidimensional. And that's just it. I love activating people in their light language. And my favorite thing to do is always to take things to the next fucking level. And so when I have a chance to work with a practitioner, coach, healer like yourself and hold space for that exploration and for you truly to activate yourself to the next level, because that is how I work. I'm not activating you. I am basically holding up a giant mirror and holding space for you to activate you into your next level of remembrance. It's just basically the best thing ever. So I'm just so grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you too. So thank you.
That's amazing. And you've started to integrate this, as you were saying, into your one-on-one sessions and into your group work. And let me know how you, if you're watching this, could imagine how powerful that would be. Your voice just transported me. I could feel the ancient wisdom, and it feels like not just ancient, but also the future self, like merging into the 0 point very clearly. That is what I was transported into, the eternal now where all is. So again, let us know how you experienced that, because I could rant and rave all day about what that was like for me. I'd like to ask you, while we're waiting for some comments to come in, what does it feel like for you now? What you were saying, it's changed. What does it feel like in your body when you're delivering these activations?
It really, honestly, it feels Like I'm grounded on the earth, but I am so clear that it's something is coming through. And it's like it's as if you're being breathed, but through sound.
Mm.
And the interesting part of what has evolved and changed is I noticed at the beginning my light language is very similar each time that I did it. And now it's completely different depending who I'm working with, depending, what energy I'm working with, so it's always shifting and evolving. And even when I do it on myself too, that's where I notice so much shifting with it as well.
Mm. True. It's not a static thing. So would you call those different dialects, or how does it express through you? Does it feel like it's coming from different sources?
It does. It, like, even today when I was connecting to the earth, I felt like I was connecting to Gaia, but I was also connecting to that earth energy of like elements like that. It was, and it almost like tribal ancient, that aspect, like, where we get down and dirty with the tribal energy and just like really feeling that vibration. And then moving up into the cosmos, it's like this lighter aspect, right? So it's like I feel almost like the angelic idea, like that kind of feeling, right, coming through. And then the heart center, to me, it's about presence. Like, so that's an example of what I felt today, right? So coming into that divine presence and really being still and centered at the heart center. So yeah, it does feel like qualities, like it feels like different aspects that I'm tuning into, sometimes different energies, right?
Hmm. I find most people do have, after a while, the ability to access those different energies through light language, and it is channeling them. And perhaps we can make the distinction for people watching. There are times where I personally feel like I am channeling aspects of my multidimensional self. And there are also times where I'm feeling other beings' light aspects come through me. And of course, there's really only one of us here anyway, so it's all different aspects of self, but there's ones that are closer to you. So have you had experiences where you feel like you're channeling perhaps for others or from others rather than from, your own center?
Absolutely. And I feel like that's what I meant by like feeling so clear that it's like I'm being breathed, or like the sounds coming through from another source, right? And I'm just that channel for it to come through. And sometimes I can tap in and visually see what I'm channeling, and sometimes I don't. And the interesting, I think I brought this up to you, the interesting part is sometimes I feel out of tune and I'm like, oh, that was a really bad note. But it's like, to me, it served probably a purpose to clear something in the energetic field of somebody I'm working with, right? But it's funny how we perceive our own sound sometimes, and it's like, whoa, that was dissonance, but there's a purpose for it.
Oh, yes, goosebumps. And I speak into that as well. The dissonant notes are often for clearing, and the ones that really don't feel good are probably shaking loose some things, because sound is healing. Sound is powerful for clearing as well as activating, and those distortions can be shaken loose. So allowing it to be exactly what it is a big part of this journey, right? To allow yourself to flow and let it be exactly whatever comes out, harmonic, dissonant, like
Mhm.
perfect and divine. So, what was that like to start to trust that flow of sound, of energy? How did that ripple out into other aspects, perhaps, of your life as well?
Hmm. So for me, whenever there's a mind thing that comes in to block me, like where I judge it, I remember to just breathe, let go, and come back to presence. And then to me, that process, that internal process that happens within seconds, like it's not a long drawn out thing, helps me to just allow it to continuously come through. And I feel honestly, the light language too has been a big kind of like a catalyst for me to move further in my business, for me to move further into speaking in, human form English words, right? To really bring myself into my beingness of who I am, right? And really accepting myself on all those levels. So it has been a catalyst for change in all other areas of my life as well, right? Because it gives us the sense of power within, because we're connecting to something higher within ourselves, but also within the collective. It's like we can tap into that universal principle and energy through the light language.
Mm. I couldn't have said it better myself. That was my journey as well. The more I allowed the light language to flow, the more I was able to do that in English, in words, because I feel like there's that trust and flow and surrender aspect that, because how we do one thing is how we do everything, gets infused into the rest of our lives. So I'm hearing that this has been a way for you to level up both in your personal experience as well as in your business, which is so exciting. And I know everyone can do this on their own, but what was it like for you when you journeyed as a group or with the group, my last Alchemical Creation Academy, where we were offering all kinds of different activations as a group and learning to apply light language in a variety of ways?
I feel for me, community is like the essence of what I personally require. And I think I was just speaking into this today about the intimacy that there is between human beings when we allow ourselves to connect, allows us to elevate quicker, to have that support system, to see that other people have had similar experiences, and even to hear other people's different experiences can be inspiration for us to be open on another level, right? So for me, it was very transformative, where it helped me to kind of stay committed to myself and to stay on the journey. Like, I find for me, accountability piece is always a big thing too. And I love having that support and being on the journey and creating that deeper connection with other souls that are on the same journey. So I feel like it also accelerated me by having that group aspect as part of it. Not only working one-on-one with you, but having the group was very, integral in that change for me.
That's how I felt about it as well.
Yay! That's why I love working with you.
It was so powerful for me. I felt like I was activated to the next level because I was also both co-creating, facilitating, but also receiving energy from other people. And again, the co-creation is how we can all just accelerate our expansion and elevate ourselves together to this new frequency and exchanging codes with other people, right? And I believe that our highest selves, our higher selves have all sort of pre-planned it. It's like you are all going to get together and you're going to exchange these codes with each other at the perfect and divine time. So I'm curious if anyone is sort of on the fence about hopping into a program, say like the one that I am going to be sharing. Maybe first I'll speak into that, and then I'll ask you to share some words if someone's feeling a little, I don't know, should I, shouldn't I about it? I'm going to be offering a 6-week program called Unlocking Your Soul Secrets with Light Language. And it's going to be going through a variety of expressions of our soul song, right? Of light language, speaking, singing, writing, toning, drawing, signing, doing, and who knows what else will come through. And it's going to be a 6-week journey starting February the 9th. And I'm really excited about it because this is going to be so very focused on light language, laser focused on allowing us to elevate and activate ourselves to the next level. And also we'll be given a chance to think of other ways that we can utilize it in our practices. If you're a coach, a facilitator, a healer, and I'm even going to add things like how you can use trees and other elements to amplify your healing with light language. So if someone was considering it, but maybe not quite sure, what would you say to them in this moment?
I'm like, first of all, that sounds amazing, your course. So it sounds amazing. So if it were to be me that was on the fence, I have to go with my first intuition and instinct. If I'm being drawn to you and you're showing up in my space, it's for a reason. So my advice would be to feel into it, feel your heart. And if your mind is what's telling you maybe, maybe not, bring yourself into your feelingness. And this by taking this course, it will only amplify that feeling within you to really get into your body, into your energy, as opposed to being in the mind. And in that space, there's like greater possibilities that are waiting for you when you're able to tap into that higher knowing beyond the mind, right? The duality of the mind. So just really feel into it, and honestly say yes to yourself, because obviously you're being pulled and called for a reason. So say yes to yourself. You won't be sorry.
Okay, we have to expand this into literally everything. If you can live by what Carolyn was just saying, this will guide you. And this is the essence of what I teach and what we work with together, is getting beyond the mind level into that higher self and embody it, using the body as a herald, a signal of what it is that lights you up. And sometimes there might be an edge of like fear or trepidation that is holding us back. And typically our soul's growth is going to be by moving into that rather than avoiding that space. But literally what she said, if you do that for any decision you ever have to make, you will always know what is the right next thing to do. So perfectly said. I absolutely adore you and all that you bring to this world. If people are wanting to connect more with Carolyn, I would say please do. Her energy is absolutely fabulous. Can you tell us how people can connect in with you, where they can find you?
Mm-hmm. So I have soulawakeningschool.com. So that is my website. Soul Awakening School on Facebook or Instagram, and then Carolyn Yakopich on Facebook. So I tend to use my own page a lot. And I also have a private group called Kundalini Rising with Carolyn Yakopich. So that is the private group where we do, daily things in there as well, with meditations every Monday. So.
It is always so amazing when we get to play with people who have a soul resonance with us. And that is what I feel with you, Carolyn. In fact, a few months ago after the Soul Embodiment Summit, when we were on a call to see if you were right for the, in alignment for the Alchemical Creation Academy I was running, at the time, I was not actually accepting any more one-on-one clients. I needed space. But as soon as we got on the call, Spirit went to me, you need to work with her one-on-one. And I was like, but my plan was to, okay.
I remember that. I know. I was like, but I feel like this is supposed to happen. And you knew it too. So.
And that was my body, mind, and soul and higher self saying, you need to know her, you need to collaborate and co-create with her. And I am so glad that I practice what I preach, saying, listen to those downloads, because it has made my life so much better to be able to get to know you and work with you. And again, I get to see the ripples of what happens when you are activated to your next level. So it's just been so much fun.
Thank you. I know I've had fun and we're still going. So.
And I just wanted to speak into that, because sometimes we can have plans, right? Our mind level creates plans, or even our higher self, right? Because I was guided to make more space, not take on as many one-on-one clients. And that was great. But then Spirit was like, and now this is happening. So I just want to offer this up. This is how we get to live now, in flow, and whatever ideas, expectations, or plans we have, allow it to be flexible. Your guidance might ask you to do one thing one day and then another thing entirely on another day, and that's okay. We don't have to be so rigid in how we are living anymore. We get to be in flow, adapting and enjoying those pivots, because I'm just getting this download that like there's more of those coming for me personally, but pretty much for all of us.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we head out, is there any other wisdom you'd like to share about connecting to either light language or anything that's on your heart that the collective needs to know right now?
You know, I said it before, but I speak into it again. If we can tap into the space of our heart and feel instead of think our way through things, this is where the magic happens. It really is. And to allow yourself, when you feel, to ground into your body, because that is the vehicle through which everything is happening here on earth. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And so it is. We are expanding our ability to tap into that heart space, to live these heart-centered lives in ways where the mind can be a tool. We don't have to get rid of the mind. We don't have to kill the ego. We're coming into this integrated, unified place where it's all collaborating and allowing us to be in wholeness. So once again, so well said. I am so glad that we were able to share this time. We had lots of comments saying your meditation was beautiful, really affirming to connect to the home within. So if you're watching on the replay, please do let us know. And I'm going to ask Carolyn to drop her links on how to connect into the notes as well. So thank you everyone so much for joining us. This was day 4 of Activate Your Radiant Light. And tomorrow I'll have our 2 activations coming to you. So we'll be connecting with Robbie Lee Berta at noon Mountain Time, which would again be 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll also have Tracy Montgomery come through at 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern. If there are so many other time zones, I'm not going to convert those for you. Robbie and I will be doing some light language duet, which is one of my favorite ways of playing with light codes. And Tracy will be offering an activation, and she has so many other amazing techniques and modalities. I can't wait to see what she brings through. I just want to take one moment to invite you, if you haven't already, to sign up for the masterclass that I am doing this Saturday, January 23rd, and that will be at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, and that's going to be taking place in a private Zoom call. And I'm going to be sharing 3 secrets to activate your light language so you can speak from the soul, and talking a little bit more about that 6-week course if people are wanting to dive in more deeply. So many opportunities to continue connecting. I want to send my love to all of you. And thank you once again, Carolyn.
Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Have a wonderful day.